Well, I think I said that. Am I? I think I somehow had the arcade pit save in there. I don't know how. This is my own BizHawk folder. But anyways, time to begin. A Link to the Past, Zelda 3. So, yeah. First of all, pretty notable that title screen, that opening Nintendo logo with the rupee sound being one of the most iconic game start noises of all time. I'm just gonna go with Link. I don't have any jokes. The funniest, the most joke that I can make would be calling him a Lunk. Lunk, Lunk, Lank. Just like that, just... yeah, I got nothing. But yeah, wait, let me just see something, because this screen feels pretty small. I did update my BizHawk recently. Okay, just making sure that doesn't mess with OBS. I updated my BizHawk recently to be able to run Ocarina of Time better. But yeah. So some notable things, just, you know, that startup noise of the rupee being itself iconic, the 3D model of the Triforce coming in, that's perfect. The syncing up of the swords stabbing through it. So much of this game, just, God, I love it all. And yeah, the actually pretty long prologue intro to give us all the backstory and whatnot, which this time is actually, I don't know if it's exactly well translated because I haven't really looked up the translation of that stuff and how accurate it is to the original or how well localized it is, but it at the very least reads naturally and you can get what's going on from it in terms of story and backstory. And alongside that, there's a much more involved story this time, thanks to it. And just, yeah. I actually forget. Give me a second. I want to check a quick thing. Okay, yeah, I had to make sure, because... yeah, this song... the Fairy Fountain theme, this is the game that started it. It is one of the most iconic bits of music for the Zelda franchise. And it started in Zelda 3. You would think it'd be like the Final Fantasy prologue, where it started in Final Fantasy 1 and just kind of stuck through the series. No, it started in the third game, because A Link to the Past is where the franchise really got codified. So much of everything Zelda starts here. There's a lot of little things in Zelda 1 and 2. Zelda 3, this is where it becomes Zelda. This is where they have dead set, this is what a Zelda game is. So, let's begin. Hang on a second. I just want to make sure. Wait, hang on. Link's just gonna keep... just gonna sit there. Just... he's just sitting there shocked. Okay, that's... no, that's not... and then... oh, that's definitely not it. Yeah, that seems about right, though. I had to change the aspect ratio of the emulator itself, and it doesn't seem like it's reflected in the game itself. Well, it doesn't seem like it's reflected on the stream, maybe? So yeah. First things first, starting with an actual cutscene. Like to explain things more than just what we started with in Zelda 1 and 2, where you start the game and you're just immediately in gameplay, and the only cutscene you get is like in the instruction booklet and for the opening. We can lift pots for one, lift and throw things, and we got the lamp. This is the very first thing that we get. Storing a lamp in a treasure chest in our home. Game already showing off. The game, of course, being a Super Nintendo game, this was a huge technical showcase for the Super Nintendo. It released literally a year after the Super Nintendo released. This is just going to be a lot of technical showcase of this is what this new system can do. Zelda's gonna keep reminding us where she is. Just because it's trying to let the player know, like, there's gonna be something for you. They're like, hey, check the outside if you're lost. I actually have never seen that because I always do this section quickly enough. And admittedly, I also always play the randomizer, which just skips this opening bit here. Which, hey, that rain effect, it's actually pretty nice. And walking through this grass here, having an effect on us, whatnot. Like I said, this is just a huge showcase for the Super Nintendo. The game is really pretty. It has a nice art style for a SNES game and whatnot. And Link's hair is pink for some reason, but whatever. And the art for the game, it isn't. It's blonde. Because of this, when they define Link as having blonde hair, and actually in Zelda 1 and 2, he had brown hair, but whatever, that's its own thing. Yes, I know. I'm in the castle now. I've gotten in. I'm in the hidden path. But yeah, unfortunately, Uncle here. I just want to mention for a quick second, Zelda is a mistranslation. That is one of the few things I know about the translation of this game. It's always been, people like to hold it up as some big mystery. What does it mean? Oh, is Zelda Link's sister or something like that? No, it's a mistranslation. It's supposed to be that you are Zelda's only hope. That's what it's supposed to be. They basically, when translating it, they misplaced which article went where. But yeah, we got the sword and shield. And Uncle here told us an important thing, a new technique. So, first notable thing, I'm just gonna note a thing about this right away. The way our sword works is similar to Zelda 1, because you can tell this is the top-down style, similar to Zelda 1. But our sword is no longer just a jut-out stab, it's a slash. It has horizontal reach to it. In fact, I think it might even have more reach away from us than the sword did in Zelda 1, maybe. When we're at full health, it doesn't shoot a beam, because we don't really need that. We actually have a good range on this, thanks to it being a slash. Our shield does block things as long as, you know, we're not, like, block things in front of us, as long as we're not pressing anything. God, I'm noticing how this video is, like, stretched in the... Hang on. I'm gonna try a thing. God. Because it's like... I think it's because it's not actually getting the correct... There we go. I had to capture the same screen again. Okay. It recognized that the aspect ratio has changed now. Okay, good. But, so yeah. We, as we're told by our uncle, we have the spin attack. This is the origin of the spin attack for the franchise. You hold down the B button, when that little glint gets to the tip of the sword, when that sound happens, you can release the spin attack. If you release before that, nothing happens. Our shield works kind of the way it did in Zelda 1. When we're not pressing anything, it's in front of us, and we'll just block anything it can. And when we're holding our sword out for a spin attack, first of all, we strafe. And our shield is where it is on our body. It's to our side. It's to our right. Because these sprites are mirrored, you're not going to see the shield in front. But yeah, it is where, like, our shield is to the north. Our shield is to the west. Our shield is to the north. Our shield is to the north. Our shield is down. Our shield is to the south. So yeah, we can hold our sword out to block things to our side. Already the combat is showing a lot more going on. I know I did randomizer runs of this game, which does make experiencing a lot of this text and whatnot almost feel kind of weird. The fact that I did start with a lamp right away is almost kind of weird to me at this point, but yeah. Hey, open chest, get 5 rupees. Which also, the way rupees work in this game, well, first of all, that's a return from 1. 2 didn't have any money. Huh. It's actually weird to think about. But yeah, green rupees are 1, blue rupees are 5, and red rupees are the addition. They're 20. So it's also kind of codifying rupee colors in the 3 different tiers. So just, yeah, it's... Just give me a second. What? Wait. Oh. Okay, there we go. Having to learn things about Twitch as I'm doing this as well. So yeah, A button is sword. B button isn't anything. Well, B button... Wait. B is sword. Right, I have to remember how I have my control set up. That's sword, so it's B. A is our interact button. It's what we open things with, talk to people with. What we can grab onto things with, try to pull them or push them, and pick up things with. Why? I had to look at my Switch Pro controller just to remember the Nintendo layout for a second on where X and Y were. Y is whatever item we have currently equipped, and X, we'll get to that when we get something that uses it. Oh, also, here's our menu. Smoothly comes down. It even shows us, hey, this is what the A button can do for us right now. We have lift level 1, we can read, we can talk, and we can pull. Yeah, we can now cut grass. We can stab by just holding our sword out in front of us and walking into a thing. It feels, admittedly, it feels kind of weird to be, like, tutorializing everything about Zelda 3, but I do want to get across this game and its differences from Zelda 1 and 2 and how much it did, how much of a step forward it was, and how it defined Zelda. This is the real start of Zelda, basically. And yeah, as I was saying earlier, by the way, with the whole cutscene thing, the fact this game is also going for more of a cinematic tone, too. Yeah. Dungeons are a lot more... Everything's a lot more, really. Everything's more defined and got more going on visually. There's an aspect of trying to kind of make things be sort of like spaces that people exist in. Hey, it's the throne room. We saw a skeleton sitting on that chair, which another... Which another thing, just once again, not doing a randomizer run, so having that intro cutscene be the proper intro is kind of weird. Also, music in this game fucking rules. The music in this game is just fantastic. Once again, just pretty much almost everything about this game is iconic. Pick up and toss pots to see what's underneath. Use I haven't actually used the pots yet. Like, let's see, carry them around. I haven't really carried anything around. Let's just leave for a second into the scene transition. Yeah, I'm just gonna take this damage. Yeah, you can toss pots at things to kill them. Do damage and whatnot. It's actually pretty good damage. It's more damage than our sword. And yeah, you can see pretty big horizontal range on our swings. And also incredibly fast. Our swing is incredibly fast, and the point in time which we can cancel it is into another is pretty much instant. I don't know actual frame data on it, but might as well be instant. Part of what, like, even if the combat in this is pretty, not really complicated, it's pretty basic, it's what makes it feel nice. Very responsive. Yeah, just walking around the castle. Not going to the dungeon yet, because that's progression. Let's explore. Yeah, the lantern... It's a lantern. It's not really that helpful right now. We can try and light a sconce. And that's kind of it. Game also, hi. Huh. I didn't know those guys actually talked like that. Just kind of acknowledging that it seems like the knights are becoming possessed and, huh, this sure is nothing. Trying to go in will electrocute us. Castle sure wasn't overtaken by an evil wizard. Hey, can I come out? I'm inside. I somehow got in here. Taking my time. Once again, it's just that whole thing of like trying to take my time and get across just how, just right off the bat, this game immediately hits you with how big of a step forward it was from Zelda 1. Oh, also, our lantern runs off our magic meter to the side there. That is the thing carried over from Zelda 2. The idea of having magic and a magic meter. We don't have levels, we don't have experience, but yeah. Let's go into the dungeon. Let's stop fapping about completely. That guy got his key. That's Zelda stuff. And hey, map. That's what our X button is for. And the map, a lot more helpful than the map in Zelda 1. You can see all the floors of the place. And it highlights which room we're in with a dot. You can see what floor we're on to the side there. Just a bit more detailed than the one in Zelda 1. Also, just a cute little thing. This is a pit, and we can shove things into the pit, and they'll have a falling animation. We can fall into the pit with the hardest damage. Also, the low health beep. That's a Zelda thing from Zelda 1, I believe, from what I remember. I'm pretty sure it was. If it wasn't, I must have just blocked out most of Zelda 1 at this point. Which is surprising because it's only been like 4 weeks. No need to go there yet. Yeah, a lot of this early section just kind of showing off the varying height levels that a map can have. That we can be on like a lower plane of depth or a higher one. Once again, killing enemies for keys. And hey, just like Zelda 1, in the first dungeon, quote unquote, we get the boomerang as our first thing. And it functions like the Zelda 1 boomerang did. You can throw it at angles. It will come back to us pretty much through anything, even if it normally can't pass through it. That just means that it just doesn't have a hitbox. It can't interact with that thing on its way through. It's worth mentioning, yeah, the nature of keys in this game is different from Zelda 1, and I think Zelda 2. I don't remember if Zelda 2 had... Wait, I think Zelda 2 did let you... Wait, did Zelda 2 let you use carryover keys between dungeons or not? I actually forget, because I don't think I ever ran into that. And hey, there's Zelda, and here's a guy with a ball and chain. So we can use the boomerang, like the Zelda 1 boomerang, for a temporary stun. Sure, it's not the longest range thing. It doesn't really do damage, but yeah, it's helpful. Also allows us to grab things. Hey, the big key. With that, we can open this, get to the treasure chest. Oh! I was going to leave as a joke, but Zelda ruined that for me. And hey, this is important. This is actually something that took me a while to realize. Zelda's theme here. I'd always thought Zelda's Lullaby, this theme, originated in Ocarina of Time because Ocarina of Time makes it a thing. But no, it originates in A Link to the Past. One of the biggest themes for the franchise, once again, comes from this game. I'm gonna let it play for a bit because it's actually really good still, even in the SNES form. Once again, this game defines so much of Zelda. Okay, we have Zelda following us. This game basically defines Zelda as story-based games, too. Alright, so we'll just take this upper path now. And hop down. Well, might as well see what this upper path leads to. A safe way out. I never actually go that way, normally. I just walk the normal route back out and just sword things. It is worth mentioning, by the way, the spin attack does more damage than a normal swing. Once again, there is some level of this all kind of does feel strange to tutorialize and go through, given that I have done 2 randomizer runs. I've streamed 2 of them, at the very least. But still, like I said, this is a different thing entirely. This is me, it's part of me going through the entire Zelda franchise. So. Just go to the throne room. Once again, just a lot of this stuff is here to establish how much more story-focused this game is. We're getting a lot of dialogue because it, not necessarily just as a tutorial, but also as just a little, like, way to establish character and to establish the world itself. Give a sense of, you know, a sense of immersion that Zelda's explaining this stuff to us because, well, it's what the character would do. Also, we can pick up magic refills as we go. Magic isn't as limited as it was in 2. Also, we get health. We pick up hearts like Zelda 1. And hey, so we can light sconces and light up dark rooms. Of course, that fire eventually does burn out, but once again, just a neat little thing that they're showing off. Worth mentioning, this little cone of vision we have is based entirely on the fact that we have the lantern, because you don't actually have to have it. Without it, we would be completely in the dark, as what happens during randomizer runs. It's one of those things of, like, for it being something that you most ostensibly will pick up first time through, the fact that, well, because you could not have it, they put in a thing, they made it have a function for that. Like, that it has a function just by having it. And it's more, once again, for just that little bit of immersion to it. Because this is, they're trying to show off that said immersion is now possible. Yeah, the progression of dungeons is now much more defined, much less open. Also, even with that cone of vision that we have, still not that much for getting through these areas. The areas themselves being able to be bigger than a single screen. There's scrolling going on and whatnot. Also, I did get a red ruby, 20, and already am actually in a pretty good spot for money now because of it. Also, might as well mention, as a change from Zelda 1, we can walk diagonally now. The fact that you couldn't in Zelda 1 was more weird, but yeah. In Zelda 1, like, things were moved, like, you could throw the boomerang diagonally, but you just couldn't walk diagonally. Now in an actual lit room, though. Might as well switch back to my boomerang. I actually forget if the boomerang could grab like small things in Zelda 1. Also, oh hey, these are suspicious walls. They make a different noise when we tank our sword on them. But we can't do anything about that because we don't have bombs. Also, yeah, shoving things is a bit more defined now instead of like Zelda 1. It was just kind of like, well, some of these blocks, you just kind of have to recognize the formations. I'm actually really well off for money. These rats are dropping a hell of a lot. Time for the final challenge. Which switch did she refer to when she said over there? You said there, not there. There. Not there. 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 Not there. Not there. There. Yeah, that left switch is a prank. Spawns snakes. You consider where this is attached to. Yeah. And if you get close to the actual switch she was referring to, she'll give you the tutorial. Haha. There. Sorry, I had to finish the Harvey Birdman joke. But yeah. And there. Now in the sanctuary. Gonna open this chest here. We did complete a dungeon, so we get a heart container. Very first one. So yeah, we have a goal now. Aghanim, the evil wizard, has taken over Hyrule and has been trying to remove the seal of the seven wise men. And we must stop him before he gets to Zelda. Who, killing her, or doing away with her, will be the removal of that final seal. 7 wise men, 7 sages. Sages is how it would be translated later on. And hey, Hyrule Field theme. The Zelda theme. SNES version of it. Well, so, under a bush sometimes maybe a landmine. For fun, you know? I don't know why I'm doing this. Why I'm, like, popping open every bush and trying to get money. I have more than enough. Yeah, hey, there's a landmine. Just, yeah. Hey, rocks. You can't pick them up. Yeah, we have a goal for now. Let's see, that guy in the sanctuary there told us, first of all, look at this, mode 7. Marked our map with where the village elder lives. So taking a thing from Zelda 2, there's an actual village to go through. And NPCs to talk to. Well, like, I guess technically there were NPCs to talk to in Zelda 1, but they functioned more as room things. Also, Zelda's gonna be hiding out in the sanctuary while we find out how to get this Master Sword so we can fight Aghanim. And also bringing up that there must be some greater evil that is powering Aghanim. A little plot threads for now. This way to Kakariko. Once again, name Kakariko, originating in this game. Did it originate in this game, or did I just not notice a village named Kakariko in 2? It has to have originated in this game, because the villages in 2, it may have been inspired by the, and in turn may have served the inspiration for the future towns and cities. Yes, it originated in this game, because every village in 2 is the name of a sage. Well, not every, but most. Mido is not a sage. Hey, rock pile. Hey, a chicken. You can pick up a chicken. And toss a chicken. We can beat up a chicken. They're invincible. Waiting for it. I'm doing this just because. because there's a thing. Come on. It's not gonna happen here? There we go. Now various chickens, cuckoos for the Zelda terminology, will fly in from the screen, slow things down, and just make our lives a pain because what are we doing beating up a chicken? Hey, it's the fortune teller. Let's see what the fortune teller has to say. We'll find the elder. Good to know. Fortune teller's just there to be your hint if you've forgotten what to do. Just tell you what your current objective is. And now we're in Kakariko. Well, they've put up wanted signs for us. So that's actually kind of a neat thing. Long ago, that Hylians were a thing. The Hylia. They were prosperous people who lived in this land and hid things, and basically hid many treasures before they just vanished. That actually kind of makes me think about some things in regards to other games, referring to the people of the past in this case as the Hylians, and that kind of just the normal name for things going from Ocarina of Time forward, huh? I think I kind of see how things line up a bit, huh? I'm thinking about timeline-specific stuff now. And yeah, this house used to be, you know, a place for a gang of thieves led by a guy named Blind. I might as well mention the title of the stream is It's the Past because it's prequel, because the name A Link to the Past might not make a lot of sense. It's literally because this game happens as a prequel to Zelda 1 and Zelda 2. That's what it was. That's what it always was. In Japanese, it's just Triforce of the Gods. But let's just move some of these blocks out of the way. Red rupee from that one. Red rupee from that one. Red rupee from that one. And red rupee from that one. And once again, a wall we can't interact with. You know, when you're not playing the randomizer, all those chests being red rupees does feel a little underwhelming. Also, yeah, because I've been mentioning music that's recurring, Kakariko Village theme started here too. Oh hey, 100 rupees. I have 181. I'll take one. That's a cute little remark, by the way. Mentioning the little little sprite for holding up a thing as if it's a thing in the universe. So hey, bottles. Those are a thing now. We can get 4 of them. Oh, press the select button. As you can tell from the size of this. And yeah, you can store things in them. Honestly, once again, this is a lot of stuff that's so basic to Zelda, and Zelda is such a huge franchise that has defined video games. It does feel kind of weird to be pointing this stuff out as if it's new. That's also kind of why I'm playing this game, to once again point this stuff out as if it was new and show progression in the series. Okay. Well. Yeah, we're wanted. Right. Some people will turn us into the cops. Some people will turn us into the cops. We just have to kill the cops, though, and we're free. Whatever that is running away from us. Some people do trust us still, because, I mean, it's not like we're completely out of nowhere. This house has chickens in it, and a chicken hiding under a pot. And a suspicious wall. That guy's too fast for us. Yeah, we're not really, like, the most unknown person. Oh, hey! I actually didn't know that this kid would be the one to tell us. Yeah. That kid just told us that Sahasrara, the elder of Kakariko Village, is just hiding over there. Near the palace to the east. Thanks, kid. Part of me talking to every NPC is I have so ingrained a lot of this game into my memory that I actually don't know how you're supposed to learn where a lot of this stuff is. I just know where it is inherently. So it's neat to know that, like, yeah, that kid tells you exactly where Sahasrara is, which, by the way, you could just go directly there. You don't have to come here. Yeah, 50 rupees for 10 bombs. Let's get that. And yeah, just a little tutorial thing that when you place a bomb, you can pick it up again. Once again, just a little thing to show how technology is advanced from Zelda 2. Well, from Zelda 1 and 2. Alright, fairy in the grass. Nothing making noise from this, but it's suspicious enough. This one's mean, because it doesn't make a noise. And hey, we picked up some arrows, which, once again, another advancement from Zelda 1. Arrows being their own thing, rather than just being rupees. We did get refunded the bomb we used as well. Went for the golden power and went missing. You also really like to play the flute. The Waterfall of Wishing in the hills where the river begins. Kind of vague, but that's a hint at a thing. I'm trying to put together with my own personal knowledge of this game what these NPCs are hinting at. I'm fairly certain I know exactly what they're hinting at. Like, in the hills where the waterfalls begin, that would be Waterfall of Wishing, so yeah, over there. In that corner there. I'm pretty sure he knows. I know who he's referring to. Go in here. Hey, a little portrait of Mario. It's worth mentioning, if we didn't have a bottle, you would say that we would need a bottle first to put things in. But now we have the bug catching net. And yeah, as it says, maybe we can catch things other than bugs with it. Also, hidden entrance in the back here. Get into the back of the pub. And get another bottle. There's a chicken under there for some reason. This game is so goddamn cozy. I guess that's what happens when it's like childhood favorite game. Also a house with just 6 beds in it. Huh. So he's making note that at the source of the river, there's a lake with a ton of Zora, and that the treasure of the Zora can turn people into a fish. Which I guess is a way to refer to that, but yeah. Also, just a little remark that his yard is a bit overgrown. He's kinda, you know, let upkeep of his yard go to shit since things went down. Oh. I wanted to go into that house and not talk to her. Because the whole Zelda thing of raiding people's houses for pots to smash. Yeah, that's a thing in this. That's where this started. When she goes into her house, you can't break in. She locks the door behind her. So basically, we have a couple NPCs that we actually should be avoiding running into, because they'll lock their door and prevent us from stealing their stuff. Which, you know what? Fair on them. We are kind of giving them reason to call the cops on us. Not the reason they're calling them on us, but still. Also, from the outside here, you can see there's a little shed here. A little attachment. And when we go into the house... She's not a crazy cat lady, she's a crazy chicken lady, but... This wall here, can blow up. Of course, a chicken walks into it. And a little attachment that she, for some reason, walled off. 10 arrows. Once again, don't have the bow, but we're getting arrows nonetheless. Will you comment on the fact that I took your 10 arrows? Okay, you trust me, but you shouldn't. I will break into your house, blow up your wall, and steal your arrows that you walled off for some reason. Also, there was another little thing to use bombs on in this hut, where used to be a thieves' den. I guess the thieves' den thing is to, you know, explain why there's so much money here. Nobody bothered to learn how to push blocks to get the money in here. Yeah, all these pots have 5 rupees under them. And hey, a piece of heart. That's a first. Wait, is it? 'Cause I know that Zelda 1 had heart containers, but it didn't have piece of heart. I don't know how I'm already forgetting this. Yeah, it's just heart containers in Zelda 1. It's just full-ass heart containers, and in Zelda, in A Link to the Past, it introduced the idea of them being broken into 4. That there's full heart containers, like the one we got from the Sanctuary, and there's also ones that you have to find 4 of, as you can see in our equipment screen, to get a full heart from. Let's just fall into this hole. Once again, just everything we're encountering early on is one big showcase of how this game is different. Of how this game has advanced since Zelda 1. What it is doing and what the hardware and technology allow people to do. Also, once again, making sure you're taking note of walls that look different or look suspicious. And another piece of heart. Already got half a heart going. Yeah, that's basically the way to understand a lot of early Zelda 1, well, Zelda 3 design. The game is Zelda 3. But a lot of the early design in it really is just a look at what we can do now, and trying to train you for a lot of the new designs, the new design ideas that this game is going to be presenting you with, and kind of defining the franchise with, and defining a lot of video games going forward with. Like, hey, here's a peg. We can't do anything about that. And just making note of that. Yeah. Just making note, hey, if we can find this guy's lost partner, we can upgrade our sword. Let's see what's in this cave here. Nothing. We can't do anything. There's a closed door that we can't do anything about. That sign there is just, this door's closed from this side, and there's nothing you can do about it, basically. It is a one-way door. Well, yeah, it's a door you can't interact with directly. Anyways, let's go south. For some reason, the library is kept out of town. There's a book on the shelf there, on the bookshelf, on the top of the bookshelf there. We can't do anything about that, though. Don't have a ladder. Which I say that, and then remember, oh right, a ladder was an item in Zelda 1. And hey, money-making game. Made our money back. So yeah, gambling thing from Zelda 1 is back. That is something Zelda 1 did originate for the franchise, is the idea of gambling. I sealed the door to his room by walling it off. That's incredibly mean. You could have just put a lock on it. Yeah, you should. He realized when I blew up the door between, when I blew up the wall between the rooms, he realized maybe he was taking it a bit too far. A little quick maze to figure out the fastest route through. A little gag. Yeah, not really hard. And you get a piece of heart for it. I do like the placement of that sign to just be like, what are you doing? Just a sign that questions why you're reading it. Anyways, back to Hyrule Field. Let's head to where that Eastern Palace is to see Sahasrahla. See if we can get any info on this Master Sword, which, once again, Master Sword as a thing. That guy, he said his son went missing, but we found him. Well, said his son liked to play the flute and went missing. Well, we did find him. Then we lost him. let's just explore a bit before heading to the palace. To see if there's other stuff to take note of. Another pile of rocks. You can't lift it. They're stacked too well. An area that's kind of suspicious, but ultimately has nothing. Has nothing to it. Like, this looks kind of like where you'd have, like in Zelda 1, you're supposed to light one of the trees on fire, and there's a place below it, but there's nothing there. And yeah, the wanted posters are up everywhere. They give us a much bigger nose than we actually have. And yeah, our home will always have the 3 hearts in the pots next to the bed. Every time we go into it, so that's a way to fill up on health. Only 3 health, but still. And oh hey, suspicious wall. And hey, a fairy fountain. These were a thing in Zelda 1, but they're now a little more hidden, and they have the theme. Also, might as well show off. Arrows are a thing that our shield can block. It's a tiny little thing, but it can block some stuff. Yeah, this is very overgrown marshland here. We can walk in this shallow water here, but we can't swim, so. Up here is more of those pegs blocking off a very suspicious looking rock. Also, yeah, just a lot of structures that are questionable, like something used to be here. Alright, let's get that chest. Just bombs. Learning what, being reminded of what actually was in each of these chests outside of the context of a randomizer is genuinely wild for me. It's been a while. Like, alright, it was just a couple bombs, huh? Oh hey, 2 switches. Or the left switch is wrong. Bombs this time instead of snakes. Yeah, let's just unblock that dam that was here for some reason. Let the water flow underneath. And that drains this bit of the marsh. So we can get our 4th piece of heart. If we screen transition, marsh is flooded again. Somehow it got, the dam reclosed itself. Yeah, very obviously, I'm also taking note, by the way, of some little things that I may have taken for granted. That, yeah, all these structures and whatnot, very much painting the idea of, like, with the comment about the Hylians, how they used to be a very prosperous people who hid things everywhere. That's supposed to be, like, kind of a way of explaining, like, oh, that's why there's items everywhere and there's these palaces that you go into and whatnot, and dungeons. It's because, well, there used to be a great and prosperous people who then disappeared, and their ruins are everywhere for people to explore and find things in. And that's essentially what that was supposed to be, is that was, like, just a little area that people have, like, that's what this is. Like, this marsh used to have, like, something in it. And that's why all these structures exist and these statues. These Hylians built this stuff, and we're just kind of walking around the ruins of it. So really, kind of the impression that Link to the Past is giving is that this is all... that Hyrule in the Link to the Past is very much post, like, a calamity has happened here, and people are just kind of living in the ruins, next to the ruins, and just kind of getting by. Anyway. Doesn't make a noise, but clearly suspicious. What with the grass growing out of it, too. Yeah, once again, one of those things that, like, I'm making note of it partially because it's the sort of thing that I never really thought about and just kind of took for granted for the setting. But anyways, how do we get over there? These are pits. Well, you can just walk across, just hug the walls. Or grab a bomb, pick it up, toss it across. Try and kill these mold worms with this. Yeah, you can cook a bomb effectively by picking up and like placing it first, waiting for a moment, because it's on a timer, just from the moment you place it. Hey, it's a secret to everybody. So yeah, just a little Zelda 1 reference to the "It's a Secret to Everybody" rooms, where you just get absolute shitload of money. And yeah, get some bombs to refill that. Get some arrows for the hell of it. So yeah, we have just a ton of money now. Money caps out at 999. So we are over halfway to full money. Hey, look at this little thing. It electrocutes you if you try to hit it. But if we attack it indirectly, stun it with a boomerang, and we can damage it. Just a neat little thing. Also, yeah, Zora's doing their Zelda 1 thing of popping out of the water to shoot us. Okay, let's just place our shield to our side. Yeah, can't block fireballs. I think these are chews. I don't know if they're supposed to be chews. And hey, this thing explodes into little things. They go away over time. Octoroks just kind of running around. They're tiny and they're just moving at a rapid pace now. And crabs. This place is frozen. That's got the fairy fountain theme. It's a bit harder. It's a little harder to tell that that wall is suspicious, but not really. And hey, different kind of fairy fountain. All fairies are like bugs, so they have wings and they're small. Let's keep it in a bottle. And have a bottled fairy. And oh hey, in this room, the side that we can't access because it's blocked off, there's a treasure chest. Also, this place is very cold, from the looks of it. So, from the outside, let's... Doesn't make a noise, but it is suspicious, so... That's another big thing about Zelda 1 to this game. Oh hey, you got the ice rod. Spends our magic meter for a range attack that freezes things. Yeah, that's a big thing about moving from Zelda 1 to this game is Zelda 1, first of all, it would have one secret per screen. Well, specifically one entrance per screen. And these were all generally That's the most that it could have. It didn't necessarily guarantee to have that, but basically, if it had an entrance on the screen, it was either to a secret or to, like, a dungeon or whatnot. But in Zelda 1, these secrets were pretty obscured. They didn't really have necessarily a sign that there was something there. You had to scour for them. Zelda 3 here, its big thing is secrets are things you can watch for. And yeah, I can't use the ice rod anymore because I'm out of magic. God, Octoroks in this game are fast. They also like to show off their spin attack, the spin attack of their own. I do like that there's the archers who are just hiding in the grass with a cute touch. That beep does get annoying with the fact that it just never stops. So let's get that full heal. Of course, doesn't recover our magic, but we can hopefully find magic potions, magic pots to refill that. Kind of rolling that aspect of Zelda 2 into Zelda 1. Well, into like into the whole heart-dropping thing of Zelda 1. The way Zelda 1 handled its health, basically, plus magic, with like from Zelda 2. Down here is Lake Hylia. I mean, yep, that's Lake Hylia. Sure is to the southwest, well, southeast of Hyrule. Kakariko sure is to the west of Hyrule Castle. Yeah, what's my destiny? What do I gotta do right now? I'll find Sahasrahla. Yeah, once again, my objective still is find Sahasrahla. Hey. Different colored rock. Not suspicious. And over here. Just another store. And hey, we can afford this. Which would be red potion, life medicine. It recovers health. I've spent an hour and still haven't gotten to the Eastern Palace because I'm just sitting here just tutorializing the game, explaining it, and trying to get across, once again, how... Oh! Accidentally released the parry! Accidentally used the parry! Ah, you can't do shit. If I hold my shield like this, you can't do anything. Yeah. Like I said, I'm taking my time because I'm trying to explain how this game was such a big step forward in everything it was doing from Zelda 1. There's allusions to, like, little things in Zelda 1, but this is the game that created the franchise, basically. Go north and to the east to get to the magic shop. Ow. Ah, she's making mushroom brew. Red is medicine of life, green is medicine of magic, and blue is both. And get a sample of red potion. So yeah. Life medicine, cheap. Well, life medicine is 120. Magic medicine is 60 because it's very cheap. It's just magic. And magic is, you know, not as important as your health. And blue medicine combines both, and you get a discount. Let's go see that. Let's go see that wishing waterfall in... Well, big rock. We can't do anything about it. Never mind. Can't swim, so we can't swim around it, like, through the river here. And we can't pick it up. There's a fence there, too. You know, there's the area north, like, there's the area to the west of the... Oh, hey, graveyard. Wait, can't... Okay, I can't do anything here yet. Once again, a lot of rocks, and I can't pick them up. I can swing a sword and block things with a shield. I am not strong, though. Yeah, let's just go to the north here. What's going on up here? I think the king is dead, so I don't know how I can get his permission. Huh. Tree is strange. A Bumpkin and B Bumpkin. I never actually knew their names. I never knew they had names. Little cave over here. And a piece of heart we can't get to. And hey, this forest is covered in fog, and I'm pretty sure this is explicitly referred to as the Lost Woods. I don't know if it is, but also a sword. It's trash. I like the fact that it's not the Master Sword. Ah, fuck this. And hey, another gambling spot. I think this is supposed to be the Lost Woods. It's not a maze like the original was, but... mystical. Foggy. Probably lose yourself in it. There's somebody from a thieves gang that's staying out near the desert, and another ledge that we can't get up. It has a piece of heart on it. This game's got a lot more secrets than Zelda 1 does. And a lot more things to get, so... Oh hey, turns out there's a hole beneath this bush that could drop us here. Should probably equip something I could actually use. I can't use the ice rod, but maybe I'll get magic for it soon. See this gap between the trees here? Oh hey! Mushroom's dancing. Well, there was that lady, that witch, who did say that she was making, mushroom soup? Or, no, it was mushroom brew. Waiting. Can't actually kill him or hurt him, but he's a thief. Here to take your stuff. He's here to bump into you and then try and grab your stuff before you get it. Not the best of thieves, but... oh, hey. No, this can't be the Master Sword. I can't read that. If it was the Master Sword, I could obviously read it. Also, yeah, I didn't mention it, but this is the game that is the technical origin of the Master Sword. Like, if you want to get down to it, like, you could probably say that the Magic Sword from Zelda 1 and Zelda 2 is the Master Sword. But, yeah. Like, because the design for the Magic Sword in Zelda 1 very much is what they base the Master Sword off of, but this is the game that explicitly refers to it as the Master Sword and whatnot. Thanks. Makes it a distinct plot element that we need to get. Okay, yeah, it is the Lost Woods. Oh, back in Kakariko. I will say, so far, one of the biggest things of this game compared to Zelda 1, the other game in the style, health is so much easier to come by. Like, berry fountains are more common and easily accessed. A lot of stuff is much more easy to access and get to. Health drops more often, it feels. I like this little arrow pointing to here. Just to let you know you can jump off this ledge into the water. Can you swim? I don't know. You can jump off the ledge. Yeah, let's just bring this mushroom to that witch who is making mushroom brew. Let's avoid that thing that electrocutes us. Well, just use that. But later on, she'll give us something. Might as well get a full heal. I actually don't know how long it takes for her to finish what she's making. I forget if it was a screen transition thing or whatnot. Or if it was an outright, like, time-based thing. Like, from the moment that you give it to her, a certain amount of frames have to pass by, because frames are how games count time. So yeah. Let's just go actually get to the Eastern Palace now. Also, right outside the Eastern Palace to here. A fairy fountain. Don't need to use it. Eventually, I'm going to be out of the tutorializing phase of this game. There's only so much game for me to explain. Oh hey, Armoses. The statues we could activate and would then attack us in Zelda 1. Here's a guy with a gigantic head. I like this. Yeah, of course! You can't say no. It is not in Link's nature to say no to this one. Okay, so in the Eastern Palace, just right over where Sahasrahla is staying, Right next to here is one of the 3 pendants that will allow us to use the Master Sword. Get that, bring it back to Sahasrarla, and he'll give us something as a reward. Also just breaking open the walls of the hut he's currently hiding in. Oh, he's just gonna repeat the entire thing. Only the hero who's won the 3 pendants can wield it. And yeah, retrieve the Pendant of Courage from the Eastern Palace. He'll tell us more of the legend and give a magical artifact. Well, with that, time to do the first dungeon proper. Calling it a palace is much more in line with Zelda 1. Well, Zelda 2 than Zelda 1. Might as well just show off what's over here. Can't go up there. There's a rock in the way. Some pegs over there blocking our rock for some reason. And a fairy fountain with fairies that are catchable. So now time for real to go into the Eastern Palace. And see how Zelda 3 has changed the dungeons up. Oh. Right. There's a bunch of small dead ends here to catch you off guard. When being chased by an Armos. A bunch of Octorok shooting out as many sprites as they can to slow the game down. This is admittedly kind of cool when the game just suddenly starts moving in slow motion. Pretty ominous, pretty palacey. Places 2 floors. Yeah, 2 open doors, some pots. Nope, nothing here. And those doors are closed. Can't open those, so. Nothing here. Well, gotta go tell Sahasrarla. Can't get in. Nothing we can do. Yeah, this is just a moment to remind you, oh hey, you can grab and toss things. This is the moment where the game's really reinforcing that you can do this thing. I was hoping health would be under those. And then yeah, a switch underneath that you hit, and there. The most basic of trials to see if you can figure out how to get into this place. And oh no, the doors are locked, but part of the floor is suspicious. It's a switch, actually. Now, can you figure out how to get past these balls? Oh, the big ball. Go over here. I mainly remembered that it's there just because of the randomizer. Yeah, dungeons are now actually like much more intricate in design, rather than just singular rooms that are just like, oh, here's a layout of blocks. And let's apply the knowledge that we have gotten from getting in here moving a pot, and then also part of the floor that's actually a switch. Also, we can see the big chest from here, but we can't get to it because the guardrails on this ledge. We can't get over that. It's a neat little thing of enticing you. Hey, skeletons. When we swing our sword, they jump away. We have to kind of corner them, or use a spin attack near them. Also, anti-fairies. Just like Zelda 2, they steal our magic alongside doing damage. And hey, the map. Actually didn't remember that this was the map. Yeah, with that we can see the exact layout of this place. So the second floor is not very big. Yeah, just once again, just showing off layering. This is the thing that the game can do now. Why am I still holding the bug catching net? Oh, some pots in here, some bones. Bones become skeletons. Just start walking around aimlessly. Pretty easy to take them out with just a pot. They only take one hit from it. You don't have to worry about them jumping away. Over here. Hey, the compass! Now you can pinpoint the lair of the dungeon's evil master. So that'll tell us which room the boss is in. Not very helpful, admittedly, but hey. It tells us where the end of the dungeon is. It's still a bit more useful than the Zelda 1 compass was. Even though it does the same thing, it's just because the map is a lot better defined for where entrances and exits are. Okay, and yeah, there's little hint blocks in dungeons. Push that, but, well, no, that path is blocked anyways, so. Yeah. The hint for the dungeon just being that we can use the dungeon's treasure to defeat armored foes. I mean, the sword has been kind of doing well, but... Oh. So, pots. And hey, a dark room. I've grown to have a newfound... What's the opposite of appreciation for these? Thanks to randomizer runs, where I'm just suddenly cursed to not have a lantern for the entire thing. Yep, just go in here, break some pots, get the key. That way I can go out here. Just once again, this dungeon's pretty straightforward. It is, more than anything else, this dungeon is the tutorial of... This is the tutorial for, this is how dungeons work. This is progression. This is how a dungeon progresses. This is how this game flows. Regarding that pot, and after killing everything, they break off of it. And the big key. Well, that's a pretty ornate door that I didn't investigate beforehand, but that requires the big key. And I also didn't investigate the big chest earlier, but that also requires the big key. And the bow. Okay. I didn't know that that was an interaction. That those specific skeletons, not Stalfos are a different thing entirely, will crumble if shot with an arrow. But what if? Oh hey, a secret little spot that has fairies in it and warps out. The warps, of course, being it's the game, like that's how the game tells you, like, okay, these are warp tiles. And the grayed out ones are warps from another spot. You know, playing this game now, like, once again, outside of the context of a randomizer and just exploring it, trying to get the context of, like, just exploring everything. Man, this game tosses money at you right off the start, huh? There we go. Like, most of the money that this game tosses you at the start does require, like, searching for it, and, like, around this time, this game would have been, like released originally. That itself would have been more of a unique concept. Like, knowing where to search and whatnot, but still. Just making sure to check every treasure chest and whatnot that you see, or, like, every little area you're rewarded with, just already almost being at the cap for how much money you can hold. Yeah, one of these switches. I actually did legitimately forget which switch it was. There we go. So that comment about armored foes was referring to this. There are some enemies that can only be damaged by the bow. There we go. Now for the boss room. The Armos Knights. So, let's just use all these arrows we got. They do noticeably better damage, just even against the various different enemies we've been fighting. And yeah, they've kind of been demonstrating that, yeah, they do a lot more damage than the sword against these things. I think the Armless Knights outright directly have a weakness too, so they take amplified damage from it. And then one left, it just tries to fall on us. Right. If we have our sword out, though, for charging it, we are invincible. Well, as long as it's landing on the sword, basically. So, like... yeah, we can just not worry about this. I say that and I get hit twice and I'm near death already, but... yeah. And there, first dungeon. Once again, just contrast with Zelda 1, it's a lot more like the Zelda 2 style of dungeon where there's a distinct flow to everything. It's guiding you through it and whatnot. But there's also, like, puzzles where you're supposed to find switches and figure out how to get out of the room and whatnot. Everything's a lot more distinct and defined now. Well, let's go show that pendant. The Pendant of Courage. The Sahasrara here. Cave east side of Lake Hylia. That's just directing us to the ice rod. Yeah, just telling us, hey, go around and collect the pendants so you can get the Master Sword. About 3 or 4 generations ago, like, you know, some great calamity happened and kind of destroyed everything. Yeah, now we can run. We can move quickly. As simple as that. We can move quickly, we hold our sword out when we're doing it so we can damage things. We can bonk into things if we hit them dead on. And we don't just pass through them like with Bush. You just cancel out by moving in a different, by moving the opposite direction to try and prevent bonking. Just having these moments of like, what am I doing using the sword to like fight these guys? I should just be using arrows, and then I'm too close to really be using arrows, so. Wait, did Sahasrara mark where... Okay, he did. He marked where the other pendants are. And well, we know where the Master Sword is, because we weren't able to read it, but we were able to at least see it. Oh, right, it should have been enough time now for the witch who we gave that mushroom to have a thing for us. I guess our sword tinking off of theirs is kind of reminiscent about fighting Iron Knuckles in Zelda 2, and both of you just kind of blocking each other's sword swings repeatedly. It's not like they're shielding it, it's explicit, like you're explicitly just clashing with each other. Come back to the shop later. That might be a story progression. Oh wait, no, never mind. It's already here. Yeah. Sprinkle it on enemies. Just try it. Something might happen. Well. Still zaps us, but something sure happened. I'm genuinely surprised that thing actually still zaps me, because, like, I imagine that would have been the reason why you would use magic powder on them and not just like, hey, this sure is a thing. Yeah, the real purpose behind magic powder is that it turns anti-fairies into fairies. So as long as you have even the slightest bit of magic, because that barely costs anything, you can turn the things that just bounce across the room and are annoying into actually pretty solid healing sources. You never realize how good of a thing that is to have until you're doing the randomizer, honestly. And you realize that, like, I got the magic powder. Anti-fairies are no longer a thing I have to worry about. So, just check out this library again. There's a book on the bookshelf here. Well, just ram our face into that. And we got the Book of Medora. You can now read the ancient language of the Hylia. I actually don't know if anything in the game tells you that you can bonk objects off of things with the dash. Also, now that we have the dash, there's that one... Got him. Oh, there it is. You're supposed to figure out that... Yeah. I ask, I wonder if anything in the game tells you you can do this right before something tells me. Do you have anything else for sale? Okay. But yeah, so I guess you're supposed to, like, use the fact that, hey, I can actually move quickly. Maybe I can catch that one guy. And he'll tell you that you can bonk things. Also, that you can bonk trees, specifically, but... See if we can actually... Hey, money. Oh. Might as well... go and check what was written on that Master Sword pedestal. We do have a book that allows us to translate it. I don't really care. I have more than enough money. You can take it. Yep, unreadable, but... The hero's triumph on Cataclysm's Eve wins 3 symbols of virtue. Master Sword he will then retrieve, keeping the knight's line true. Yeah, just gotta get all 3 pendants to get the Master Sword. I think we were already told that, but hey. Makes sense it'd be written on the pedestal, too. You know, I gotta say, I'm pretty grateful that the Lost Woods isn't very lost in this game. Like, one of the only Zelda games in which that is the case. No, I might as well check out what the fortune teller has to tell me now that I have found Sahasrara. Probably gonna be, you're gonna find the pendant. Oh, you'll meet Azora living at the lake's river source. Okay, so it's just a hint at a thing we can do. That is going to be important. And hey, we can break these now. Well, anyways, so closest pendant to us that's not blocked off by rocks that we are too weak to pick up is in the desert. I could have actually explored this earlier and just saw what was gating me here, but it's too ingrained in my mind to know where to go and know that that's basically not going to be anything for us yet, that we needed the book first. One of those nice things about the dash being that if you run against an angled surface that you just kind of slide off of it instead of bonking. Actually, what did this sign say? Is this another wanted sign? Oh no, this way to the Desert of Mystery. Okay. Yeah, definitely the game is starting to ramp up those rocks that we can't pick up. The idea of them being a thing that's gating our path, and also totally not suspicious tablet there. I should have come here first, shouldn't I? To see what this guy would have said first. He would probably mention what the language of the Hylia is when we encounter it. Just... hope you don't mind another hole in your wall. Yeah, like I said, just everything we're encountering now is just, once again, that sort of Zelda 1, Zelda 2 style of like, hey, here's a thing that is distinctly blocking your progression, but much more obvious also. I forget the name of these things. I know it's weird, but just guys made out of sand that come at you. But yeah, like, it's much more distinct in terms of signposting things compared to even Zelda 1 and Zelda 2. Oh, there we go. Let's see. Unreadable. So here's just Link offering up a prayer. Hang on, I think that there's actually... There actually is something worth noting about that. I have to look it up. Okay, where is it? Okay, there's a lot of regional differences for this game and the original release and whatnot, but, well, the Japanese release. Like, even the menus are different, and... Okay, Huh. I could have sworn that there was, like, that little prayer thing was actually, like, more explicitly referential to Catholicism in the original. That's a fun thing to see in some of the, like, the original concept art for, like, the Zelda games, is Link just praying to a cross. Link has become Catholic. This was also before they defined the whole, like, goddesses and whatnot. The Triforce goddesses. So just, yeah, just Link was Catholic. Yeah, we're now in the Desert Palace. There's levers here. Ran into a Beamos already. There we go, that's what it was. I kind of like that this chest has the two unlit sconces next to it to make you think that you have to light them. But no, it's just a switch behind it. Hey, this place has 3 floors. We're in the basement. Yeah, just things that pop up out of the ground. Or, like, it's quicksand, it'll pull you in. Once again, just more little showcases of things this game can do. It is starting to get less, kind of tutorial-y, showcasey, and more like, just kind of like, okay, now the game is, like, beginning for real. Yeah, just a room where there's nothing, but you just have to kill every enemy in there just to leave. Also, this dungeon does have multiple entrances. This is a little showcase thing that, yeah, dungeons can have multiple entrances now. Not really a thing that will, like, that entrance isn't important, it's more of an exit, just a one-way exit, but once again, just a little showcase. Wait, I already went in here. Right, that was a double wide room. Which I guess, yeah, that's also showing off that rooms can have, themselves have multiple entrances because they're wide. Thanks. I mean, I guess around this time, having to point out you have to find everything in a dungeon is important, because in Zelda 1, it was actually entirely possible that you could just miss out on some of the dungeon treasure, because it just wasn't needed at all for anything. Like the magic rod, you didn't need. Period. Yeah, we need the big key to open that. Once again, I like all the unlit torches that seem suspicious, but there's nothing there. Just... Another thing that, like, being reminded from, like, not playing the randomizer of this, like, playing this game normally after so many randomizer runs is being like, oh, that chest was for the map or for the compass. Okay, there's the big key. Yeah, Desert Palace, pretty quick. One large area with a bunch of offshoot rooms, and you just gotta figure out, like, where to get the one key you really need, and that's kind of it. So, I'm getting some slight graphical glitching. That's actually weird. But with the big key, let's go see what's in the big chest. Oh. I can now pick up stones. So, that was just... In Zelda 1, the bracelet was just something you bought. In Zelda 3, it is a distinct progression item that you need to get from the dungeon to do anything. Basically meaning that in order to progress the game, you need to beat the second dungeon. It's one of those things that's like, it's a very small but distinct difference. It's an important progression item in both, but the way that they pace it out to make it important is kind of distinct. Anyways, let's take this exit. Because yeah, it's nothing more to explore inside the dungeon itself. Short, huh? Also a piece of heart here. Well, now that we have the power glove, though, we can ignore that. Oh, never mind. We can't. And go into the rest of the dungeon. We were in the basement before. We're now on floor 1. Yeah, whenever a Beamos fires, it... Slight graphical glitching, huh? So I'm pretty sure this is new to Zelda. This is new to Zelda 3, the whole floor tiles attacking you. Can't recall it happening in Zelda 1, but well, that game kind of did blur together for me after a while. Really, I can't note literally everything new to Zelda 3, well, new to Link to the Past, because would legitimately be here noting literally everything about this game, because that is the level to which it changed things up. Once again, Zelda 1 comes off like, yeah, that's what started the series because it has the same kind of top-down perspective, and you can see a lot of similarities, but really, it might as well just be kind of like a vague influence on the real game that started everything, that was Zelda 3. Once again, more sconces here that are unlit entirely just to make you think that there should be something. No, no. Yeah, nothing. There we go. Yeah, just ignore the tile room. And already right outside of the boss. Yeah, this dungeon is legitimately just very, very short. And hey, well, lighting the sconces didn't do literally anything anywhere else, but here, finally, something. Once again, that's actually kind of a fun little thing. Just throughout the entire dungeon, there's constant, like, here's a bunch of sconces that look like if you light them, something will happen. And the only room in which that actually does anything is the final room. It's a fun little joke, I feel. A little gag from the devs. Yeah, here's the second boss. I think these are, Lanmolas? Yep, once again, just 3 of the things. Once again, another boss that is multiple enemies. They are vulnerable to sword. It's a bit harder to align arrows to hit them. It's pretty easy to spin attack them as they pop out. Just getting hit by everything. I place it there. Okay, it did still run through that. There we go. Having a fun moment where just like, I don't know how I'm like already close to death. Like, I don't know where all my ability to play this game has suddenly vanished. Also, nice little Oh, right, yeah. When you're down to the final one, just like with the Armos Knights, they do improve slightly. Pop out faster, shoot in 8 directions, but still. Short dungeon. Pretty simple. One more pendant to find. Well, now that we can lift rocks, let's go find spots that we can lift rocks at. Like right here. We can lift big ones. We can't move when we lift the big ones, but I just remembered that, yeah, Link's sprite does change when he gets the silver gauntlets. You can see his hands are now silver. Cave east of Lake Hylia. I think, yeah, that's still in reference to the cave where we got the ice wand. Oh, also, gray rocks we can pick up. Black rocks, too heavy. Just place there just to make sure that you know that there's still a tier of rock that you cannot pick up. But now that we have the silver gauntlets, well, the power gloves, time to go check out, well, the waterfall and the place where the Zoras are. Everything that's been guiding us to that exact spot. There's the fortune teller even telling us to go there. And it was just blocked by a single large rock, so... Let's see if we can turn into a fish. Yep, just use the boots to break these. If we didn't have the boots, we could just walk around, drop down there, and walk up there. But we would have to have the boots to get here. This is just, like, just a curious little thing. It's probably there just more so to reinforce what you can do. Now, the Waterfall of Wishing, just around the corner. There's a girl there that one random sailor fisherman-looking guy thought that we would like. But once again, unfortunately, we can't swim. Here is where all the River Zora are. Let's go see if we can find their treasure. Now, once again, I'd point out, by the way, the whole money thing, because being used to the randomizer... Oh, there's a lot of sprites on screen. But being used to the randomizer where it's like, having enough money is actually a thing you have to think about. But like early game Link to the Past is just constantly tossing money at you to make sure you have enough for this. Good that Link knew to ask him for the flippers, considering that the only thing that we heard about this. Considering all we heard about this was their treasure would allow us to, would turn us into a fish. But no, it's just flippers. It's good that Link knew that that guy just said something weird and he was just talking about flippers. Yeah, we can now swim. And made note that any whirlpools we see in bodies of water, we can just go into and we'll get teleported somewhere. And there, another full piece of heart. Yeah, we now have a form of fast travel through being able to swim as well. Which admittedly is another thing that I kind of regularly forget about. Partially because of playing the randomizer and usually getting the flippers so late that I already have the flute by then. Let's throw an item in. Throw a boomerang. No, I didn't. Yes. You dropped this? Yes, intentionally. Thank you. So we got the magic boomerang. It goes farther. Pretty much just goes until it hits something. Let's see what else we can get from this wishing well. Some bombs. Yeah. Okay. Sorry about that. So you can just... You can choose to throw pretty much any item you have in, but only ones that she has upgrades for will she actually give you something. So, let's throw in our shield. I do like the message for when she doesn't have anything is, okay, here you go, have it back. Don't drop it again. But when it's something that she can upgrade, just, I'll give you something better in return. I don't know why I appreciate that little, like, just little shift in how, the wording and whatnot. But yeah, we now have a better shield. It can defend against fireballs. A magic shield from Zelda 1. And yeah, just Zora's placed right outside of it, just to be that immediate showcase. It's the magic shield from Zelda 1, only there aren't likes here immediately to steal it from us against, like, paired up with the only enemies that we'd need it for. And yeah, just also the whirlpool placed here just as a showcase of what the King of Zoras told us. Placing us middle Lake Hylia. On to happiness. Let's throw a few rupees. Like 20. We have a lot. Ah, have a little luck. Also, there's Bombable Hall. Biggest difference between this game and Zelda 1. This game signals things. This game has signposting. I said it before, but it's still bears repeating how big of a change that was. Oh, there's signposting in this game. Oh, you can tell where things are. Let's throw some more rupees in here. How much happiness can we get? Oh, big trouble. Gotta do this again. I actually don't know if this luck means literally anything. I think it means nothing. If it meant anything, I could swear I would know that. But now we have 60 happiness. Still got big trouble. Yes, we do have to leave and enter again every time we do this. Oh, great luck. But we're at 80 happiness, so what if we hit 100? Bombs is more important, so because we have fewer of that in the first place, so yeah. Yeah, that's the idea here. Font of Happiness is basically you spend 100 rupees to get an upgrade to the capacity of either bombs or arrows. It's there. It's a thing you can do. If you have a lot of money burning a hole in your wallet. A piece of heart that we have no way of getting to. Oh, you know what? We got the flippers. Let's just see. What does the fortune teller have for us now? hero will find the moon pearl in the mountain tower. Well, that's actually a thing that we are going to do. It's telling us that we will go to the mountain tower and we will find an item called the moon pearl. We have no context for what the moon pearl is, but we'll find it. Well, let's go there. Oh wait, the graveyard had graves to rob that were just blocked by stones. I should do that. It's on the way, too. So I will say, part of me wants to say, right, there was a thing there. Part of me wants to say that my memories are kind of fuzzy on everything in this game. Hey, another piece of heart. Because as much as I have done a couple of randomizer runs where I basically have had to check pretty much every treasure chest in the game, like, there's a part of me that wants to be like, well, I don't have it memorized where all of the heart containers are located. But at the same time, well, once again, yeah, I have done randomizer runs pretty consistently where I have had to open up basically everything. But also, even before that, I would, every year, do a run of Zelda, of A Link to the Past, where I would 100% the game. So, I actually have it kind of ingrained in me. Wait, first of all, we can open graves, and there's a corpse under there, and a ghost. But under this one that was blocked by stones, nothing. Back in the sewer escape. But now we have bombs. And in here will be... God, feels like every single time I've done this in a rando, come in here for a rando, it's always a progressive sword upgrade. Yeah, just refund the bomb that we spent, 300 rupees, and some arrows. Really, it's just the 300 rupees. This is once again... Yeah, this is basically just... This is almost like a room made for randomizer for you to check. Yeah, it's just a way to get back into this little sewer bit from this little bit of sewer escape, just to check what was in the bombable wall. Hey, I'm back. Don't ask. Okay, so these soldiers are explicitly human. They're just possessed by evil, so we've been killing a lot of them, unfortunately. It's a bit late to find that one out, though. Yeah, there's another grave that's completely blocked by these unliftable stones. This is suspicious. And yeah, it's just a fairy fountain. It's just placed there, just once again to kind of alert you to the fact that signposting is a thing. I say that, and that's just such a weird thing to say, the fact that, yeah, this game has parts of it early on designed to let you know that it will be signposting things. You will be aware that there is something here. If something looks suspicious, that's because it is. Maybe. Instead of, well, you just have to examine absolutely everything forever. There is no signposting. Yeah, they're still working on that. A bee. Well, another way of that sign. We don't have the king's permission, but as I said earlier, the king is kind of dead, from what I remember, I think. In the intro, he was a skeleton. Yeah. We have strong gloves, so we can just get in anyways. Having to do this room with a lantern is so weird. Just another one of those things of just having played this with the randomizer so many times. Gotta help an old man. And yeah, basically he's just saying that just to kind of highlight, yeah, this place is called Death Mountain for a reason, which... Yeah, just a bit more plot, but worth mentioning, yeah, Death Mountain is now... Well, I guess Death Mountain was a whole place in Zelda 2, and in, compared to Zelda 1, which just had it be a single dungeon. Yeah. And yeah, just a little more plot about various maidens have been kidnapped. And he had this magical artifact. I guess it does make sense, like, he did highlight that, like... Okay, this is a lot more information than he was just giving us. Yeah, just that, well, if his granddaughter? Daughter? I forget which one. Is a descendant of the sage, well, he is too, but... Yeah. Wizard has deceived the king, and now he's trying to open the way to the Dark World. To complete your quest, you will need the Moon Pearl, which is in the tower on top of the mountain. All I can do for you now is to comfort your weariness. You were just saying that you gave me that you were speaking too much and rambling and being kind of vague, and now you're just, oh yeah, this is your quest. This is what you need to do. This is what's going on. Don't worry about it. Yeah, we now actually have context that we will need the Moon Pearl once again. Well, I guess it's not really context. We just are being told we need the Moon Pearl, which the fortune teller told us as well. And just another exit from that old guy's cave. Yeah, just like Zelda 1, Death Mountain has a lot of rocks falling on down it. Like I said earlier, the whole nature of this game, in comparison to Zelda 1... Oh, yeah, by the way, you can't kill these things. You hit them, and they just turn to stone. Temporarily. A lot of the stuff with Zelda 1 in this game ends up kind of feeling more like referential, rather than outright, like, building off of what it did. Like, hey, here's a cute reference to Zelda 1, and that's kind of it. Yeah, this path leads back to Kakariko. Oh! That pit is placed there, so that way... Oh, I could just, you know, run along here. And then, yeah, you'll bonk and then get knocked down. And then I'll get hit by a bat and knocked down. part of my brain always tells me there's an item here. And I'm pretty sure that's because of A Link Between Worlds. Because A Link Between Worlds uses the same map as this game. Like the same, like, placement for most of its stuff. That's also, that pit is placed there so that way it'll catch you doing that as well. So hey, if you have a fairy in a bottle, it'll revive you upon... Still fell down. Fairy couldn't stop that one. But... yeah, that's the thing about fairies in this game is... not only do they heal 6 hearts of damage, but they also revive you if you have one in a bottle. Yeah, Link Between Worlds having the same overworld design as this game means that there are a couple moments where I think a thing should be in a place, but it's just because I'm mixing up if it's Link Between Worlds or this game. Run past some Moldorms. Get hit by a Moldorm twice. Just a fairy, just a small spot where I can get some more fairies from. I know that there's a speedrun trick to make going up and down, like, ladders or, like, stairs like that not take as long. And I wish I knew it. So hey, Spectacle Rock! It's still here. It's now the hole is in the middle of it instead of on the left side. And hey, a blue teleporter. See what's in there in a second, but... there we go. Thought there was something here. So somehow we must find a way on top of Spectacle Rock. And then once we do that, that'll give us access to the Tower of Hera. Well, there's only one way to go right now. What's that blue portal? Wait, what was in here? Okay, it's just the other side of this room. Well, time for nothing bad to happen. We are now a rabbit. Can't swing our sword. We can't use items. And we're in this place. It's similar but different. It's dark. Well, there's context for what the Moon Pearl is. And also came here for the Golden Power. Yeah, and this is the world where the Golden Power is, which was sealed off by the stages. But turns out you need the Moon Pearl in there to be able to not be changed by the Golden Power itself twisting you. And yeah, also, yeah, to leave the dark world, as it were, you need to use the mirror. Good thing that we got that right before needing to head in. Which, once again, just... well, yeah, of course we would. The sage who would hold... The guy who gave us it is a descendant of a sage, so of course he has the magic artifact for leaving the portal right next to him. More Hylia. We need the Master Sword. So just a little thing to note. Return to later. Before going to the Tower of Hera. Some pegs again. I like the little background effect, the parallax background here. Just seeing all the trees and the clouds to let you know just how high up you are. You're above the clouds here. Yeah, more pegs. Can't do anything about that. Hey, attack tight. And hey, third dungeon, Tower of Hera. Wait, I just realized something that I want to make note of. So, okay, so we're on Death Mountain, which we did encounter Spectacle Rock. In Zelda 1, Death Mountain was at the northernmost side of the map, but also there was more of it. It was just the entire northern edge of the map. Also, the Lost Woods is in the northwest corner of the map, where in Zelda 1, the Lost Woods was the southwest corner of the map. There's now a desert there. There was a desert below Death Mountain. No longer is. There's a whole lake to the southeast corner. There's a castle in the center. I'm just mainly just noting, yeah, there's some similarities to ideas and places from Zelda 1, but the actual geography, not necessarily consistent. The spirit of it may be... While the spirit isn't... In spirit, it might be a little consistent from time to time, but really... Yeah. Locations move whenever they want, wherever they want. Yeah. And here's the Tower of Hera's mechanic. It's puzzle. Switches that you can flip between. It's a mechanic that was in Mario World, and it functions the same way. Skeleton is kicking my ass. Yeah, your spin attack actually hits the same spot 3 times, turns out, as that shows. There. Oh no. Whatever we do, it's not like we have Boomerang. Yeah. That is the actual, like, the other purpose of the magic mirror. It just teleports you back to the start of a dungeon. It's actually pretty nice to have. I don't really use it ever, but it's nice to have. And yeah, Tower of Hera, 6 floors. It's mainly nice in the randomizer. Like, so much of this game ends up... Like, so much of the, like, mechanical design of the game ends up working out so beautifully for the randomizer in such a strange way that it makes me wonder if a lot of this game was designed to be more flexible in progression than it ended up being. I don't actually need to do this, but it's safe this way. Oh, I actually did need to do that, right. It's the first instance of needing to actually wait them out. Yeah, as I was saying, part of me wonders if this game was originally supposed to have, like, a more flexible progression. Not necessarily for a built-in randomizer or anything like that, but if there was supposed to be something akin to a second quest, like Zelda 1 has, where you beat the game and then afterwards you get, like, a remixed adventure with items being in different locations, progression being slightly different because of it. So, like, maybe on a second quest or a third quest, because Zelda 1 had a lot of that, actually. A lot of variants. You could just keep beating the game, keep getting different dungeon layouts. But I wonder if, yeah, if there was supposed to be something like the second quest in... Right. Magic Shield cannot block a bone. Yeah, I wonder if there was supposed to be something like a second quest in this game, because a lot of the way the progression works does definitely feel like there's a lot of room for them to mix it up. There's a lot of spots where it's like, well, you could progress. You have to have both of these items to be here, but if you only had one, you would still be able to progress. Oh, hello, cat. So yeah, like I said, I just wonder if that was part of the plans originally. Most likely it was. Need to hit a switch before heading up. Just given what I know about the Zelda games kind of in general, I do know that they did for a bit want to kind of try and redo the whole second quest idea. It was a thing they were a fan of, so I wouldn't doubt it if some of the games were kind of designed, like they designed the overworld and they designed parts of the game with that sort of like, what if we did a version of this where the progression was completely different? What if we did like a version where like all of like the order in which you get everything is completely different? So these things, might as well just make note of what they've been doing. They bounce you when you hit them. With a sword, you bounce off in the opposite direction. They do too. I don't have a fairy. I should heal. The notable thing about the red potion, it is a full heal, just like it was just like the potions were in Zelda 1. So it does heal more than a fairy. So the trade-off is basically a fairy will revive you when you die, but it's only 6 hearts. So if you can heal yourself before you die, then you can always recover to full health. Wait. I do have the big key. I actually somehow completely did not notice that I got it. I've been autopiloting slightly. I should probably switch off the magic mirror so I don't accidentally just warp myself back to the start. Yeah, here's the other mechanic. Tiles that change where the holes in the floor are. It's basically just alternating between switches and floor holes for the sake of progression. These dungeons are definitely pretty basic, especially by the standard that the Zelda franchise gets to. But thinking about the fact that, yeah, this is the time in which puzzles, the idea of a dungeon having puzzles for progression, that was new. So the game is taking its time to build this stuff up because this is such a new concept for the series. So yeah, just telling us, hey, make sure that when you complete this place, you do not leave the Moon Pearl behind. Find the Moon Pearl, because that's the important thing. Because, admittedly, Moon Pearl lets us keep our shape when we enter the Dark World, but that's not really a thing that we need to do to complete this place. It's not like this dungeon's gonna have us enter the Dark World. And, oh hey, the other gimmick of this place is... This place has 3 gimmicks. Well, 2 of them are combined, technically, but there's switches, there's floor panels that change where the holes are in the floor. So, like, there's switches that can alternate, floor panels that can alternate, and then there's things that you bounce off of. Either enemies or, well, those bumpers in the middle of the floor. And then there's holes. So you have holes that will drop you to the previous floor and bumpers that are trying to shunt you into those holes. That's really it. Kind of trying to make all the different things work in concert with each other. Let's drop in here. And oh hey, that was correct. But I do want to show a thing. So, as was the layout when we were first here, it was like this. And we can see that switch to change the layout of the hole in the floor is active. And if we were to flip this between its 2 positions, well, it would change it, but we wouldn't be able to access the chest. So, as I already did, you'd have to fall down from above, taking advantage of the fact that, you know, that's kind of the one of the gimmicks that this dungeon has been demonstrating this whole time, is being able to fall into a previous floor from above. So, let's set that, and let's fall in from this side. That's a mean joke. I really enjoy it. But if you fall in from the bottom, you fall onto the switch, and then, yeah, you block yourself off. You figured it out, but you gotta go in from the up. Gotta go into it upways. Just a cute little thing. I went in. I was still too far down when I went in. Kind of went in at an angle, didn't I? There we go. And there's the Moon Pearl. So now we can enter the Dark World without actually being affected by it and turned into a bunny. Which means we'd be able to use all of our weapons and items. But now let's actually go and finish this place. Which, yeah, it's... My cat is swiping at my feet. Yeah, yeah, just... The way to the boss is just these stairs, so... You really don't need the Moon Pearl to finish this place. It's not even like you have to pass by it, it's... You can just completely ignore it. And it is the thing you need to get. The entire game is telling you, hey, get the Moon Pearl, you gotta get the Moon Pearl, you need the Moon Pearl, get the Moon Pearl. Just to make sure you know. So here's the boss. I think it's just a big Moldworm. There's a lot of pits around us. We bounce off of it if we hit it, either with our sword or if it hits us. So yeah, it's basically trying to knock us into the pit constantly, and we gotta hit its the tip of its tail to actually damage it. I'm surprised I didn't fall down there. picking up in speed every time we hit it. There we go. I do want to mention, if I did fall down there, that would reset the state of the boss's health, and we'd have to do it all from the start again. But hey. I lifted my feet to tuck them underneath myself, and my cat's still trying to swipe at them. There. Got the third pendant, and we got the art piece from there, and we made sure to grab the moon pearl before we left. We can now go to the Lost Woods to get the Master Sword. Certainly nothing bad has at all happened on our way out. On our journey to get all 3 pendants and get the Master Sword. And yeah, like I said. Also, the music here, it's the normal music. Yeah, here's the Dark World Death Mountain music. A lot more Death Mountain. Let's see if we can leave this place in the Dark World itself. And yeah, where the entrance was is now just a fairy fountain. The Dark World Death Mountain is sealed off from the rest of Dark World Hyrule. But there's no falling rocks here, so it's a pretty reasonable path down. Have anything new to say? Okay, just reminding you that, hey, you have the Moon Pearl now, so Dark World don't mean shit to you anymore. I can't use this. This doesn't count as a dungeon. It has to actually be a place that is flagged as a proper dungeon for the mirror to work. You know, looking at the time, most of this session, like a good third of this session was just me talking about how Zelda 1, like how this game is different from Zelda 1 and 2, and how this game defines Zelda, and all the new things it was doing for the series. Just a good hour of just walking around, talking to NPCs and going, look at this thing! This is the thing! Here's the thing now! Yeah. Right next to the Lost Woods. So, yeah. Let's actually go first, make sure nothing bad has happened. Nothing. Get away. Make sure that Zelda is still okay. If she is, we get that Master Sword. This quest is all but done. Yep. Just about to finish everything. Everything ever. Easiest quest ever. Get 3 pendants, grab a sword, kill a wizard. Done day. What were those pegs about? Who cares? What are these guys doing? Why should I give a shit? Look at all these empty slots in inventory. Never gonna be filled. Well, I actually don't need this because that's just reading for reading the front. And this little musical sting originating from Link to the Past as well. And with that, oh, telepathic message. That's a hint. Deflect the wizard's powers. And with that, we now have the Master Sword. I wish I had full health so I could show off. Hey, you get blade beams from this. It's the Zelda 1 thing, but it requires full health, and you have to get a sword upgrade. Also, unfortunately, while we were grabbing the Master Sword, oh shit, right, they're just in the church. That wasn't that hard to figure out for Sahasrarla, was it? I believe the Master Sword also does offer a slight range increase. There's a slightly different sound effect for it. It's blue. The fog over the Lost Woods is gone. Yeah, this is the Blade of Evil's Bane. So if something is evil, this is the sword that deals with it. These things aren't evil. Also, yeah, it's a pretty sizable damage increase too. I guess that's important. Yeah, unfortunately the soldiers found the sanctuary. How could they ever find this place? And unfortunately, the priest is dead. Once again, this game is going for a distinctly, like, way more, like, story-focused style, like, and cinematic kind of style, like, than pretty much anyone, like, is thinking of for, you know, Zelda 1 or 2. Just a huge showcase, once again, of, like, look at how games have advanced when this game came out. Yeah. Hey. Red soldiers are now much more of a thing around the castle. The world state has effectively changed, so different enemies are spawning around now. There's a spot of the castle. Electrocuted us. Seemed pretty evil to me. I could go back and get ether, by the way, but I'm not gonna. It'll be for a later time, because I don't need it anyways, for right now. Yeah, this seems evil to say the least. It was. Now for Aghanim's Tower. And also, that first mini-boss that we fought in the castle dungeons is back, but stronger. Seven floors to this place. Pretty tall tower. It's taller than the Tower of Hera. Oh, there we go. Yeah, sword beams are pretty huge as well in this game. I believe they're half damage of your sword swing. I don't know the exact numbers, but that sounds about correct. Also, not needing to do this room specifically without a lantern is pretty nice. Being able to actually see things and know where the sconces are so I can light them. Instead of navigating completely blind. Just going off of, did I hit an enemy here? Did I take my sword off of something? That means a wall is there. Oh, I take my sword off of that? Okay. Oh, I take my sword there, because I can still at least see that visual effect. This place is pretty uncomplicated. It's just a tower climb, get the key to get to the next room, and that's kind of it. Just a bunch of little, like, mini puzzles. Just a bunch of rooms where it's just asking you to remember, like, some very small minor mechanics to find the key. Largely combat focused. Well, this is another room that's fun without the lantern. Okay. Pushable block. What does that do? I actually don't know. Oh wait, I think that opened something in the next room. Maybe? Might have been what turned on the light here? Might have done nothing? Yeah, pretty quick progression through this place. Okay. So, for as strong as the Master Sword is, even it can't hurt this wizard. He is too well defended. But his own magic can hurt him. And well, this blade does repel evil. Yep, just go. It's just pretty painful right now. Yeah, like I said, it pretty much is just... Oh, there we go. Pretty much is just a collection of combat challenges for keys and whatnot. Stuff to drain your health. And only give you 5 rupees in return. I will say, it is kind of fun how, like, how much easier this game is than Zelda 1 and 2. Just how remarkably easier this is. Yeah. Guards will never fall off a ledge on their own. You gotta chorus them into doing so. With shove. Also, we now have enough health that 2 hearts is the low health beep. Here's the start of another major series theme. with that, we have failed at saving Zelda. But let's see if we can at least take down Aghanim. So yeah, the hints that were given, reflected magic back at him. We play tennis. Once again, another one of those, like, series origin things. Some of his magic can't be reflected and instead shatter upon you hitting it. And it's basically about figuring out what he's casting and then responding accordingly. I might as well make mention. Bug catching net of Evil's Bane. I'm so lucky that I was between those. But yeah, the bug catcher's net can reflect it, so if you don't... Once again, that feels like one of those things that's both like an Easter egg and possibly like, oh, if he does not change direction he's facing, he's casting that lightning. Unreflectable, unblockable. Yeah. The bug catcher's net feels like it's both like kind of like a cute Easter egg, and also, hey, first death. First death that I don't have a fairy for. We're back at the start. Yeah, the bug catcher's net thing feels like both a cute little Easter egg and also like a potential... Another thing that makes me go like, huh, I wonder if they were planning like a second quest. Because I could see it being like, oh, well, just in case, like, what if we have a second quest and you fight Aghanim before you get the Master Sword? And you'd have to use the bug, you'd have to have another way of damaging him. Also, the whole comments about the tribe of evil and whatnot. That's admittedly, the tribe of evil will be invincible once they have the power of gold. It's kind of weird how they're referring to the Triforce in this game, but once again, this game was a prequel to Zelda 1. Zelda 1, you know, you gotta get the Triforce pieces. In this game, it's implied that nobody really even knows what the Triforce is. It was sealed away in another world, and as a result, nobody even knows what it is. It's just the golden power. It's something in another world, and that's all we know. Okay, that guard actually did fall to his death on his own. Yeah, Aghanim had succeeded at breaking the seal to the Dark World. Well, the Golden Land. The realm in which the golden power is sealed. So really, all we have left is to try and kill him. Hope that at least if we kill him, even if Zelda's gone and the seal is broken, maybe we can prevent whatever he's doing. Not even gonna bother with this fight this time. I'm just gonna go up the stairs and hopefully not lose all my health to it. We don't need to see it. We can skip him doing his whole magic show this time. He's still waiting here. Yeah, as long as he turns, he's not going to be casting the... He's not going to be casting the lightning spell, which is the big thing we have to worry about. That, yeah, because we have the magic shield, we actually can just block the little blue balls that come from it. And yeah, trying to slash him directly will just electrocute us. Yeah, if we're in a good position, we'll block the little spread that comes from the blue spinning orbs. Because the shield will just pop back up and whatnot. Lightning again. An arrow sticks to him. Like, whatever. Yeah. We can get close to him, but that, like, little blue sphere thing is just there as the deterrent from just sitting right next to him and doing that. But then again, it's not that great of a deterrent. Well, we are now in the Dark World, and we now have one of the best themes in video game history. Well, our first objective is the Palace of Darkness. We got a lot of information there. That this used to be the Golden Land, but was corrupted once evil gained control of the Golden Power. This is the place where the Golden Power was sealed away. And yeah, this is it in its corrupted state. That's why it's the Dark World. And Aghanim is trying to link this and the Light World together to basically cause them to forcefully merge together into one. So what we have to do is find all of the maidens who were sent away, break the seal. Which, yeah, it seems like Aghanim couldn't directly kill them, but instead imprisoned them here. You know, a place where nobody would be able to reach them. So, save all of them. And then maybe that will give us some way of getting at Aghanim and getting that golden power to save both the Light World and the Dark World. Yeah, Dark World. Everything is distinctly different in palette. The music ruled. Everything is way more dangerous. A lot of statues here to worship Aghanim at this pyramid. But anyways, it's been 3 hours, and you know what? I think doing all of the Light World in one stream, that's pretty much fine for now. So, let's save and quit. This is something we can do now. We just press the select button and bring up a save menu instead of needing to die first. Yeah. I actually do want to check a thing. Okay, yeah, it's gonna start us back at the pyramid every time. Yeah, let's leave off with the Dark World music playing. So, that was this session of Link to the Past. Honestly, it's probably going to be 1, maybe 2 more at most. I could, like, without needing to really... Now that we're really into the meat of the game, and the game properly has begun, those 3 dungeons for the Light World are basically the tutorial for the game. And now that we're in the Dark World, we're in the real meat of the game. We are in the second worst... This is the second quest, basically. And we are now at the point where the game is gonna actually be throwing stuff that's complicated at us. It now trusts us to know how the game works. But even then, I shouldn't need to really explain anything. That's what's gonna be saving time, and, well, I'm gonna probably be zooming through it. I'm still gonna be going, the only thing that I could see me making this go to 3 sessions is me feeling that urge to collect everything in the game. Which I will do, but still. With that being said, though, like I said, maybe 3 sessions at most I can see this taking. But probably just 1 more next week. But with that all said, thanks to everybody who joined in, and yeah, catch y'all next time for more Link to the Past. Enjoy the music.